Hello, how you doing today? I'm Frankie G, the Cooking Cowboy. I'm sorry, I was a little bit distracted by this handsome fella here on the fridge. So, today is Super Bowl Sunday. So today we're going to be making something special, another 1 hour meal. What are we going to be making today? Cajun stuffed chicken. Now, I tried this last week and my family, they loved it. So I decided to make it again for you guys today. So, you don't want to get too distracted, but we need to get my Frankie G, the Cooking Cowboy apron on here. Let's get that done. Got my little guy Shadow down here just hanging out with me. Here, here's a Shadow. Here's my little buddy Shadow. How you doing, buddy? All right. So let's get this show started. So I'm really excited today because I got a couple of gadgets I want to introduce you to. First of all, one, it's going to make my life a lot simpler. It's a little chopper that comes from a company called Swizz Pros. That's with 3 Z's in Swizz and 3 Z's in Pros. This little gadget is pretty cool. It saves a whole lot of chopping time. You put that there, put it here. When you put stuff in, you go maybe 3 times, that's it. So what are we going to need here for this? We're going to need 4 large chicken breasts. Let's get them out. In fact, let's get it all out. We're going to sit these off to the side because the first thing you want to do is you want to get that oven at 400 degrees. So let's get that started. Let's put it that. Okay, so now that that's started, first thing we're going to need a half a cup of white onions. So again, make sure you have a garbage handy. Just cut the end off. Cut this in half. Cut it into quarters. At least some of it. Get that outer layer off it. Do the same with this side. Now you want to cut it into manageable pieces. And this is where this baby comes in handy. Just drop some of these in here. Put the lid on it. Now you give it about 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Look at that. We'll go maybe a little bit more. 1, 2. Get that big chunk out there. But look at what we got here. How fast is that? So let's get this into here. And that's all we need. So the onions are done. Let's put this off on the side. We'll wrap that up a little later. Unbelievable tool here. So next, we're going to also need a half a cup of red peppers chopped up. Get that out of the center there. Get it in a manageable size. Cut out the membrane. Cut out the membrane here. Drop it in. Now this is half a pepper. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we went 4. Look at that. Is that amazing or what? So I got this little gadget from my wife's best friend, Kathy Isley. So I want to give a shout out to Kathy. Thank you so much. This saves me so much time. All right, so we've got now we need 1 stalk of celery, finely chopped. Can you guess how I'm going to get that done? So again, just get it into manageable. Oh, at the end there. You get it in there. Put the lid on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go one more. 5. Look at that. Unbelievable. Just be very careful if you get one of these because they're very sharp. Okay. So now we've got that. We need 2 ounces of andouille sausage. Now I've never tried sausage in this thing, so we're going to see how this works out. And how do they want this? Diced into small chunks. So let's get this cut down one like that. Okay, so we're going to get that in there. We've got a couple of pulls. Let's see what we got here. We've got it chopped up a little. I'm going to go about 2 more. And that's diced up pretty small. So it works with the andouille sausage. I'm going to put that in there. Like a 1-cup meal. Now we need to heat an oven-safe skillet on medium-high heat. So that's what we're going to do here. Let's add some olive oil to it. Bring over our vegetables and andouille sausage. Let's get something out here that we can mix it with. I always like this wood spoon because it's got a bigger end and a smaller end. This end I could do a little bit of work with it, and this end I could taste with. And let that get hot. And then we're going to add the andouille sausage. We're going to add all this stuff in here. So again, listen to that sizzle. Now you want to let this go about 3 or 4 minutes. And be very careful. Don't forget, this is a cast iron skillet. Every part of it gets hot. Let that do its thing for a few minutes. I want to get the garlic ready. Give me a little snap. Get that peeled. 1, 2, 3. It's usually 2 or 3, but I like garlic. Somebody use 4. Let's give this a stir. Again, don't forget the pot holder. You'll only forget it once, trust me. Oh, this is so fragrant. So good. You can see how everything is starting to get some color on it. And by the way, this is a fairly new stove. It's less than a year old. So what we did was we went out and got ourselves what's called a stove guard. Look up the stove guard. It's a great piece of equipment you could use to put on the stove to protect it from spills and stuff. It makes cleanup a lot easier. Remember, this is 1 hour meals, and I started this about between quarter after and 20 after 11. It's 11:35, so we're rolling right along here. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to add the garlic. Scrape this up a little bit, get a little bit more out of it. And then we want to mix this up. Add a little more fragrance to it. Now you don't want to do it too long because garlic has a tendency to burn very easy. We don't want it to burn. We just want to enhance the flavor. Okay, so now we can shut this off. And let's start scooping this out. Scoop that into there. Sucker's heavy, man. All right, so now we're going to bring this over to the island. So the next step is we're going to take 4 chicken breasts, arrange them on a cutting board. Let's get our little knife here. A little fat, cut that off. So what you want to do here is you want to cut a pocket into it. Now you don't want to go all the way through. And make a nice deep pocket though. Just like that. Again, I could have trimmed these earlier, but I want to go through the whole process with you. Besides, there's not much fat on them. Watch your fingers. Let's make a little cut here. And once you make that cut, you can actually go in deeper. And remember, make it a pocket. Don't go all the way through. And that's 2. This one's got no fat on it. They're beautiful. Come on this side. Let's go this side. You want to have a real sharp knife for this. And believe me, this little guy is really sharp. There's 3. And here comes number 4. Let's get rid of the bag. Get rid of the plate. So now once we've got this done, what we want to do is we want to stuff each one with our mixture that we cooked. You can try to go equal amounts. Then use your eye. Let's get some toothpicks here ready. And then you want to add some cheese. So you want to get this kind of like that. Maybe lean it against the other one. Get some cheese. I'm using cheddar. Oh, I'm using cheddar on all of them except one. I'm using mozzarella because that's what my wife, she wants mozzarella cheese. So we want to take a toothpick and stuff it in there through, 3 of them, to secure everything. And I'm going to place this on a separate cutting board, kind of like a chicken taco. I'm going to go with the second one. Just repeat this process for everyone. Transfer this one to here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the stove and we're going to put some Creole seasoning on them. You could use Cajun or Creole. I want to go with Creole because it's not quite as hot. So let's go get her done. Bring that same pot back in here. I'm going to put that on medium heat. This time we're going to drop a couple of tablespoons of butter in it. While we're waiting for that to melt, we're going to add our Creole seasoning. Alright, so now that that butter's melted, what we want to do is we're going to get these into the pan on medium heat. Alright, let's put this off on the side. So now we're going to cook this about 3 minutes per side. Let's put a timer. Just let it do its thing. And after 3 minutes, I'll come and I'll turn it back over. See you in a couple of minutes. Alright, that's been 3 minutes, so let's get these turned over. Oh, look at that. Nice color. Again, set the timer for 3 minutes. And at that point, we're going to get them into the oven until they get to 165 degrees. Now, that's what I'm going to show you my next new gadget that I have. This one is out of this world. Let me get it actually for you right now. This is called the Meter 2 Plus. It's basically a thermometer that uses Bluetooth, and it goes into the meat, and you tell it what you're cooking, and it sets the temperature, and it reads the internal temperature of the food while it's cooking and the ambient temperature of the air around it. It's a cool gadget. I've been wanting this for a long time. So I'm going to grab my phone and bring that over here as well. So now in about another 2 minutes, we're going to get this baby into the oven at 400 degrees till it hits 165 degrees of internal temperature. About 20 minutes. I'll get a timer for you. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Alright, so it's been 3 minutes. Let's get this off the heat real quick. It's going to continue to cook. Let's get our meter thermometer set up. First, we'll go to settings, display brightness, change that to never. We don't want that to shut off. I want it on all the time. Now you need to pull this out of this wooden stand because it's actually a charger, that wooden stand. It has a, it's not just pretty, it has a function. So now we have to let this load in. Now you see here it says no cook setup. So you press on the dot, set up cook. Hit set up cook. We're cooking poultry, chicken, breast, and it tells you what temperature that it wants to go to. So now we place it in the middle of any one of them because they're about the same size. And you got to go in a specific distance. Let's try this one. And so you stick it in there just like that. put it into the preheated oven. And it does the rest. So right now, it's telling you 167 degrees. Start cook. Estimated cook time. It's telling you that internal temperature is 83 degrees. The target is 167. Now the ambient says 94 because it's building up. Because there's 3 or 4 sensors on the part of the probe that's in the meat, and there's one on the outside that's reading the ambient temperature of the air around. So now it's just going through an estimated cook time. So when it gets close, I'll come back and I'll show you what we got going on here. I'll see you in a little bit. All right. This says remove from heat. It's ready to go. So let's get it out of the oven. Shut the oven off. Let's get the probe out of the chicken. Careful, it's very hot. We also have some broccoli, which we're going to get to in a minute. So let's get to the start of the show. All right, be quiet. We're done. So now, let's get a plate. Get one on the plate. Make sure that you remove the toothpicks. There's 1. There's 2. There's the 3rd one in here somewhere. And there's 3. Also, you want to get the others out of the pan into the cutting board. Onto the cutting board, I should say. 1. So they don't overcook. 3. And I'll bring them over as well. Alright. They look beautiful. So, let's get a taste and see what we got here. First of all, let's cut it down the middle. To show you that it's cooked all the way through. And it's glistening. It looks good, so let's get a taste. This piece of chicken first. Wow. That is so good. The Creole seasoning gives it some heat, but heat is flavor. And the stuffing is delicious. Wow. This came out so good. So there you have it, Cajun stuffed chicken from Frankie G the Cooking Cowboy in our latest segment of 1 Hour Meals. So until next time, oh, and don't forget, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. Until next time, this is Frankie G the Cooking Cowboy signing off. Let's have one more taste. Oh, they're so good. I'll see you next time. Sayonara.